What's up, Ghosts and Ghouls? It's the one, the only, JT Ripper, and I'm here with
Todd of Thunder.
And we're back with day 18 of our 31 days of horror movies countdown with something you might not know is a remake. That's a remake, all the way from 2001, 13 Ghosts.
Yep, absolutely. This is a remake of an old classic, I think 50s or 60s film. I think 50s.
Something like, I know it's free on Tubi to watch the original if you want to. Just a FYI.
Yeah, but we're talking about the one from 2001 starring Matthew Lillard.
My boy.
And the guy that played on, what did he play on?
Monk.
Yeah, on the USA Network.
He was also the guy in Men in Black that keeps getting his head shot off.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
how bad that stings.
Yeah, he's kind of the main guy. He's like the dad. And Shannon Elizabeth plays in this.
Wow.
Yeah, you might know her from she was Nydia, the foreign exchange student in the American Pie movie. But, this is a great film. It's, like I said, it's a classic spin on a classic tale. 13 Ghosts is exactly what you think it is. It's 13 Ghosts, and each of them are very distinguished looking. They each one of them have died a horrendous death and have come back. And they look pretty goddamn wicked. Some of them are very scary. Some of them are very gross looking. Some of them are just there to freak you out. But they're hidden behind these glass walls with like this writing on it that keeps them from coming out. And then that seal is broke and all hell breaks loose.
But there's a purpose behind the 13 Ghosts. Each one of them died a specific way. And he needs these specific ghosts in order to complete this ritual and open the portal to hell. But, yeah, it's a great movie. Once again, one of our Scream Kings that we mentioned, Matthew Lillard, does a great job at being a slime ball yet again, but with a heart. You love him, goddammit, by the end of the movie, and you hate to see him maybe die. Maybe he was a ghost. We don't know. You don't know. Maybe you don't. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but it's a great movie. For early 2000s, practical effects were pretty on par. So if you're looking for something more practical, this is kind of right up your alley. It doesn't really use a lot of CGI, except for towards the end of the movie.
Yeah, I mean, you definitely got CGI in it, but it's blended so well.
Yeah.
That you literally, can't tell, which is very odd because, like you said, it was kind of like the early days of CGI really being in use, and a lot of those movies just didn't get it down pat, or maybe it worked in its favor and it wasn't down pat, and maybe that's why you can't tell, because it seems like a lot of today's movies, I know we beat a dead horse, but a lot of today's movies, even the big budget films, you can tell when CGI is, and if you can tell when CGI is, it's not a good thing. And this movie does fantastic job of blending, like you said, that those practical effects. I mean, you got to have practical effects to make them, to make these ghosts look the way they do. But some of their movements and some of the stuff that they do in the movie, that's where the good special effects come in, like the CGI and stuff. CGI should not be there to replace a character. It should be there to enhance a character. And that's what a lot of these fucking films miss. Sorry, ran over. But 13 Ghosts, great movie.
I think it's important that we bring up how we feel about practical and special effects. And like Todd said, we do kind of beat a dead horse to death. Obviously, we just talked about this yesterday. But to me, it can easily take me out of the movie, like really quick. Like, there's a reason why, I don't know, Sharknado and Jaws are two different movies, but the same movie. Right. You know what I mean?
And also,
or about the same thing.
Yeah, we also like to point it out because we think that credit is due where credit is due. We love to talk about the legendary makeup effects artists like your Rick Bakers, like your Tom Savini's. Those guys, in addition to the directors, the actors, the writers, and everything, they are a very important part of these movies. And if they don't create something that looks wicked, you're not going to remember it, and we're not going to be talking about these movies 5, 10, 15, 20 years later. And so that's why we bring up special effects. And
as often as we do.
Yeah, because, when we tell you about a film and we say, man, the special effects is good in this, look the movie up on Wikipedia, see who done those special effects, and, give them credit, and then you go watch the movie and you go, oh, man, that's really cool, never seen that before, or that's really wicked. So we just want to give credit where credit due, and 13 Ghosts, man, you have 13 spectacular-looking creatures that, these hard-working makeup artists and special effects people created, and they all deserve credit. And we thought that 13 Ghosts deserved a spot on our list because it is an amazing film with a great cast, good special effects, amazing story, spooky, and all of the above.
Yeah, definitely. Like, these ghosts, they could have easily went CGI with, but they didn't. They done the makeup and for all of them, and it definitely shows, because they could have easily went the CGI route, and then we'd be talking about like American Werewolf in Paris moment or Spawn.
Yeah, they're just not as memorable as the CGI stuff is just not as remembered. It's not just it's just not fun to talk about because there's nothing to talk about. You know what I mean? It's like, hell yeah, that was cool, made on a computer, but with a makeup you can talk layer by layer and stuff by stuff. But we don't want to turn this into a makeup tutorial. But tell the people where they can see 13 Ghosts. You've already told them where they can see the classic one. Let's see where we can see this one.
This one, if you have some subscriptions, you might be in luck. We got HBO Max, we got Philo, YouTube, Sling TV, Amazon Prime. Now, if you don't have any of those subscriptions, you can rent it for $3.99 on Google Play Movies TV, Apple TV, Redbox, Vudu, pretty much any platform, but that's your main ones. And you're looking about $3.99. This is not a movie you're going to be able to just run to Walmart and buy. Honestly, I'm about 90.
No, you might have actually better luck if you're just looking for it on DVD or something. You might have better luck just at a pawn shop.
Honestly, yeah. But it's worth buying, honestly.
It's probably in one of those old DVD snap cases. Remember those?
I go out of my way to collect those now.
Well, I think I have the movie, and I think that's what it's in, actually.
Yeah. My favorite, off subject for a little bit, the DVDs when they had like kind of the cardboard and then you had the plastic clip that like kind of flipped over the cardboard a little bit, but you like unclip the side and flip the cardboard, and then it had like bomb ass like artwork on the front, the back, and the inside.
Yeah,
and it like lists all the special features and everything like on the inside of the cardboard.
Mm-hmm.
Those are my favorite.
I remember when DVDs actually came with sleeves, like a little sleeve, like on the front, it would be the cover of the movie, and the back, they would name the chapters in the movie. They don't do that anymore.
They might. I don't know.
They don't. They literally don't. Only thing a DVD or even a Blu-ray comes with is maybe a downloadable digital code.
That's I guess, the only way, I mean, what I was trying to say is like the only way you would know this, like the chapters had names, is if you go to the features. Who uses that feature anyway? Like jumps to like a scene or like a certain
the only
chapter?
The only way that I could see that being useful is if you're watching a movie and you have to like leave and go away, you can at least be like, okay, what chapter am I on? I used to do that all the time. Like, okay, this is chapter 9, and I could at least go back to it. That's the only way I do it. I never go, you know what? Let me put in a movie and go directly to chapter 6. Like, I don't do that unless it's a porn or something.
But yes, it is definitely worth your time, your money. I definitely dig this movie. And as always, we give it our ratings. These 31 ratings in 31 days with 31 movies. And this 13 Ghosts, 31 backwards. Man, this one's kind of a hard one. Me personally, I'm giving it a 4.
Okay, I'm gonna stick with a 3.
Okay.
Like, it's high, but not that high on my list. 3 for me is kind of like a little bit above average. Like 2 might be like but 3 is like right there, borderlining on average / a little bit above average.
See, but like I want to say 3. Like I'm very torn with this movie. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, to keep going on, but
Hey, this is cool, man. Just all this is your opinion, man. If you want to give it a 4, go give it a 4. Like,
well, I take into effect the fact that this is better than the remake, and a lot of people don't realize that this is a remake. And I tend to give better ratings to movies that make you forget about the original. Even if you knew about the original, like Hills Have Eyes, the original is great, but the remake's god tier. I mean, there's no other way to put it. But with this one, I'm kind of a Matthew Lillard mark. Love him in anything he's in, even if I don't like the movie. I'm pretty much guaranteed to like his parts. So it's kind of a little bit of a bias. I like the soundtrack to this movie. Soundtrack's pretty bitchin'. Pretty good score. Also, like I said, the makeup effects in this movie with the ghost are just great. A lot of people kind of shit on this movie, but I don't give a fuck. I like this movie. It's a 4. Yeah, that's
Nice.
how I feel. So stay tuned. We'll see you soon. Like, I don't know, tomorrow. But we do appreciate y'all listening for real. And we're trucking through this, and we thank you for trucking through this with us. It's been real. It's been fun. It's been real fun. I'm JT Ripper.
And I'm Todd of Thunder saying toodaloo.
And stay spooky.